Facing off between Chandan Mitra of the BJP, my first question is to Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi of the Congress Party. The conspicuous silence of the Prime Minister is almost becoming embarrassing. Is it also embarrassing for the Congress Party?
I don't think that's fair. The Government of India has spoken through the Defence Minister. As far as the party is concerned, let me make it unambiguously and unequivocally clear. This is absolutely disgusting. That there will be an appropriate response at the appropriate level which will make Pakistan realize the gravity of the situation is clearly the intention as far as the party is concerned. But obviously, we are not here to discuss on camera.
But your Prime Minister, but your Prime Minister will meet Nawaz Sharif on the sidelines of the UNGA. But your Prime Minister will meet Nawaz Sharif on the sidelines of the UNGA, have a parallel dialogue with him, and the Pakistani Prime Minister's office will say that there is a deal to delink 2611 from the dialogue. Why doesn't your government call off the meeting in New York?
Meeting a Prime Minister. 1 minute. Meeting a Prime Minister on the sidelines is neither here nor there. On the contrary, meeting that Prime Minister on the sidelines and giving him a tough
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry if you think so. I'm very sorry if you think so, because I'm very sorry you think so. I think you're being very soft. I think you're being very soft on the Prime Minister.
Economic, social, political, and otherwise, as to where Pakistan gets.
But I give the floor to Chandan Mitra.
And I have no doubt that there will be an appropriate fallout.
So I don't know what you're saying, but I think I remember the Prime Minister saying...
No point, ratcheting it up by...
Sir, nobody's ratcheting it up. Who's ratcheting it up? Would you say...
It can't happen the first day.
So what do you mean by ratcheting it up?
Realize
what do you mean by ratcheting it up? 5 Indian soldiers have died.
And that it will be an appropriate response.
No, what do you mean by ratcheting it up? Is Sonia Gandhi also ratcheting it up?
Therefore, by saying words here on television, saying that not to go and meet him on the sidelines, these are meaningless. On the contrary, I would expect him to give a very tough message wherever he meets him or wherever he talks to him.
Your party president is saying, and I'm quoting, the Indian nation cannot be cowed down by such blatant acts of deceit. 1 second. And she says, your party president says, that your government should take appropriate measures. You are saying tonight, I'm ratcheting it up. Would you say your party president Sonia Gandhi is ratcheting it up?
On the contrary, Arnav, you are being very unfair, because you are plucking out of context a word, whereas I said exactly the same thing.
Well,
I said
I am just saying
you must wait and see and find appropriate responses at appropriate levels.
Chandan Mitra's response, please.
I also said that will be economic, social, political, and all other forms.
So,
I also said don't go for cosmetic, but go for real repulsive action.
Okay, we are waiting.
And that real action is
we are waiting for that action.
Wherever you meet them, to tell them
we will wait for the action. Let's get the BJP's response.
Naturally, it takes time. It happened today.
The BJP's response to the Prime Minister's conspicuous silence. Yes, please, Chandan Mitra.
You see, I must say that I am amazed by the audacity of the Congress spokesperson to actually appear on TV and, audacity, to defend the absolutely namby-pamby, pusillanimous stand of the government, where the Prime Minister ducks the House despite repeated demands that he must come and talk and reassure the country that such things are not going to happen and an appropriate response will take place. Now, when Mr. Singhvi talks about the appropriate response at an appropriate time, I am reminded of what happened in Sharm el-Sheikh. That appropriate response was to submit to Pakistan's demand to incorporate Balochistan out of the blue into the dialogue. I mean, we have bowed till our backbone of this government has gone completely bent. And in this situation, given the fact that 5 Indian Jawans have been murdered in cold blood after a raid by the Pakistani army, it was no ambush, mind you. Army sources will tell you, Arnab. You have enough sources in the army, please check it out.
Of course we know.
There was a raid.
Of course we know, and my sources...
They raided, they came into our territory, there was no ambush.
No,
and then the minister has the temerity to say that they were irregulars in Pakistani military uniform.
Yes,
we are shocking. I'm saying the whole country must hang its head in shame at the kind of behavior.
The hand goes up. Abhishek Manu Singhvi wants to counter. You know why, Abhishek Manu Singhvi? I just want to play this in context for viewers who may not know what happened. My sources tell me that this morning the Prime Minister spoke to the Defence Minister. The Defence Minister spoke to the Army Chief, and then it was decided the Army Chief will go tomorrow morning and he's going to go to this precise area. After that, the Defence Minister comes to the House and the Defence Minister makes this shocking comment. Shocking comment. He says the attack was carried out by 20 heavily armed terrorists with persons in Pakistani Army uniform. With persons in Pakistani Army uniform. So my question to you, Dr. Singhvi, is this. Did your Defence Minister, after his meeting with the Prime Minister, carry out some kind of a, DNA test which proves that these people were not Pakistani Army soldiers, but those who were dressed in Pakistani Army uniform? And why was the Defence Minister of India speaking Rawalpindi's language? This is Rawalpindi's language, to be giving an alibi to the Pakistanis. Why was he doing that?
Now, Arnab, I can handle one speaker. I can't handle an anchor who is speaking more than the speaker.
Well,
Give me my 2 minutes of peace. Let me say what I have to say. Howsoever irrelevant and unsavory to you, please let me say it for exactly 120 seconds. First of all that I've heard, mostly from Dr. Chandan Mitra and equally from you, is nothing but sound and fury in words. Number two, only adjectives have been used.
That's a subjective observation. It's not an answer to my question.
You are ratcheting it up in adjectives. Yes, no.
This is also an adjective you are using. You are not giving me an answer.
120 seconds. I need 120 seconds to give an answer to an anchor and to a speaker, and the anchor taking more time than the speaker.
No, you can.
No, but you are not giving me. You are not giving me because you are interrupting me. Now, the adjectives used were pusillanimous, audacious, etc. Now, the facts. What was pusillanimous has been proved to this country when Jaswant Singh went to Afghanistan, when Mr. Vajpayee went on the trip and had Kargil, and thereafter called Agra. What happened to all these words?
Why did the Defence Minister give the Pakistani army
That's what is pusillanimous.
Why did
now let's come to the hard facts. Let's come to the hard facts.
The Pakistani army an alibi?
The government of India, I speak for the party. The party stand is crystal clear. This is complete. Oh, no, that's the way you interpret. That's the Arnab dictionary of interpretation.
No, but that's the
because I speak for the party, you're disowning the government.
So,
that's the Orwellian dictionary of.
Sir,
no, I am articulating our stand, and you have to leave at least a week or 2 weeks for that stand to translate into practice. Arnab, you still haven't given me my 120 seconds uninterrupted.
Yeah,
each time you interrupt me, my 120 seconds starts all over again.
No, you don't set the rules on that.
The party has said, and let me repeat it, every possible action of economic, social, diplomatic, political shall be taken. It is completely disgusting and unacceptable, but you have to wait for that action to translate, and then you can seek accountability. Secondly, no cosmetic measures work. You go and sulk in a corner.
Rahul Gandhi decides the foreign policy of this country.
To give a very clear message.
Who decides the foreign policy of this country? The foreign minister or Rahul Gandhi? Who
the government of India, headed by the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister decide the foreign policy of this country.
In that case, I'd like to remind you.
The government of India, headed by the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister.
In that case, I'd like to remind you, Chandan Mitra, I know you want to come in. I just want to quickly and humbly remind Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi that I don't know, you say there's an Arnab Goswami dictionary. I want to ask whether by the Abhishek Singhvi dictionary, what the Prime Minister means when he said that business will not be as usual against Pakistan. That was in January. Did the Prime Minister forget what he said? Or he choose to forget what he said? Can the Prime Minister tell us whether he meant it? And if he meant it, then why 1 month? 1 month after this attack. Why 1 month after this attack, the Prime Minister will be sitting there having tea with Nawaz Sharif, trying to renegotiate the process which has taken this country nowhere for 9.5 years. And whether the Prime Minister has a compelling need to recreate history with Pakistan, is that compelling need so major that he will have today to be guided by your party president into running the country's foreign policy?
I think it's a very dangerous thesis. I think it's a very dangerous thesis to propound.
Which one?
That merely engaging is a sign of weakness.
Oh, so he'll go and talk to Nawaz Sharif after this.
Achieves your ends. That achieves your ends.
So you are saying that regardless of this,
being strong
so the Congress
at the same
party,
time
so the Congress
are incompatible.
Party, so the Congress
These
party,
are all theories which have been demolished decades ago.
Fine, I am only reminding you.
Send a strong message. You can tell him, and yet you can be very firm and strong. You can hurt Pakistan economically. You can hurt him diplomatically. You can hurt him politically. And yet you need not stop talking.
I'll take a response.
That is the response I would like. That is the response the Congress party would like.
The 2611 trial goes on. Hafiz Saeed is free. The Punjab government in Pakistan has released funds for the Lashkar-e-Toiba, and your soldiers are being beheaded. And your Pakistani army has entered our soil and killed 5 of our soldiers, and Manmohan Singh will have tea. We'll meet Nawaz Sharif again.
Can I point out the number of incidents, the number of infiltrations, the number of civilian deaths, and the number of military deaths? I'm repeating these 4 parameters. Between 1998 and 2004,
sir, that's dangerous ground. So let's not go there.
2004 to 2013.
Let's not go there, sir.
Has been a significant improvement because of the UPA policies.
Oh, sir,
because of the UPA policies.
Well, okay, you make
not because of NDA.
Okay, fine.
NDA fishes in troubled waters.
Okay,
I repeat, civilian deaths, military deaths, intrusions, infiltrations. One third between 98-2004 versus 2004-2013. A very inconvenient selective fact which the BJP would like to ignore.
Well, I'd like the BJP to respond to that, but I have one more question after that. Chandan Mitra.
One third, Arnab, one third, on all the 4.
Well, let Chandan Mitra respond to you. I'll come back to you.
Arnab, even in school, we were told when people have nothing to say and no clarity of mind, they use many words and try to confuse the situation, which is what Dr. Singhvi is trying to do, obfuscating as is his usual practice and not coming to the point. The fact is that situation is very different today than it used to be even a few years ago. Pakistanis are coming into our territory with impunity, killing our soldiers, beheading them, mutilating their bodies, cocking a snook at this weak-kneed government and its policies, and waiting for the desperation of the Prime Minister to somehow try and normalize relations with Pakistan, the way he will go, shake hands, have tea, offer biryani, and
how ethical is it?
Good old Lahore days.
How ethical is it to do that? No, how ethical is it?
No, it's absolutely unethical, and I tell you, the people of this country are not going to stand for it. Dr. Manmohan Singh, the way he has lowered the dignity and prestige of this country by repeatedly ignoring the beheading and death of our soldiers, I do not believe that this government has any moral right to continue. If it can't defend our borders, if it can't protect our soldiers, what is it doing in power? Let it go.
So tell us, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, that Sartaj Aziz has told Times Now something this morning. And Sartaj Aziz, who is not a non-entity, in fact I think is an advisor to the Pakistani Prime Minister, has told Times Now that there is some agreement with your government about moving ahead on talks in New York without making 2611 a conditionality. And Khurshid, your foreign minister, was ambiguous on the question of 2611 being a condition after meeting Sartaj Aziz in Brunei in July. He said specifically to the 2611 trial, he said it is time to move forward. I want you to tell me. As a Congress party spokesperson,
the answer is simple.
Do you believe in keeping 2611 aside and talking in New York?
The answer is simple, though the question is 5 times longer than the answer. I would rather believe the government of India and our foreign minister than Sartaj Aziz, the ex-foreign minister of Pakistan.
So my answer to that question, counter question to that is this.
Let me complete, Arnab, for God's sake. Arnab, for God's sake, let me complete a sentence.
I have a counter question.
If you are wanting to believe Sartaj Aziz, who is suggesting that we are going to talk without bringing in 2611, all I can say is that there is not a whisper of a suggestion remotely from any part of the government of India that 2611 is not central to our talks.
No.
Neither the foreign minister nor the government of India, and I believe them, and I don't believe Sartaj Aziz.
No. I want.
This is serious.
One second.
I'm being serious.
One second. Yes, Chandan Mitra, I want to say something. I would just want to counter question there.
Except serious adjectives, nothing else.
This is very serious. The New York meeting is very serious.
I'm telling you, Arnab, I just want to point out that this Prime Minister said that there will be no meaningful talks with Pakistan unless there is visible progress. on the 26/11 trials. Has there been visible progress, Dr. Singhvi? Hafiz Saeed is moving around freely. This Lakhvi character is moving around freely and planning and executing more murders of innocent Indians as well as Indian soldiers. And this, you call this visible progress on 26/11 trials? And after that, the Prime Minister
let me answer that question,
follows his own words
let me answer that question.
And agrees to share biryani with Nawaz Sharif.